Good morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Robin Hears, Executive Director of the San Jose Valley Contractors Association. And this is a second in a series of free workshops. We did one with Hancock. You probably know that last month. I'm waiting for the phone to ring. I talked to Felix Hernandez last night at 5:30. Said he'd tell me by 9:30 today whether they were going to postpone, and it's 9:40. So, Addendum 6. Addendum 6. Bad Addendum 6. Anyway, well, maybe he's going to rebid it. I don't know what he's going to do, but he's got problems. And bless his heart. Okay, and I want to let you know, too, there's flyers in the back for our Crab Crack, which is coming up on January 27th, which is a Wednesday night. I know a lot of you go to that, and you want to go again this year. Andy Caldwell will be our speaker again this year. He got a standing ovation last year, and he's only gotten more powerful over time. So you're going to want to come, you're going to want to come enjoy crab with us and hang out with Andy. It's my pleasure to introduce Ann Danko to you. She's with Caltrans District 5. She has a huge territory. Just got back from Sacramento last night and was nice enough to try to come explain this to us. Now, I'm sure Ann's probably figured out by now that this doesn't make a whole lot of sense to us for a lot of reasons. Largely political, you know, us being on that end of the spectrum. Ann was actually finalist as Advocate of the Year this last year, weren't you, with Caltrans? I was reading their 2010 methodology document, which is just fascinating reading. And on the very about last page, it celebrates her. So we're really lucky to have her here, obviously. And if she can help us make sense of something that to us is so illogical we can't stand it, you will be a miracle worker. So I'd like to welcome my friend Ann Danko.
If you think it's confusing, so do I. Can you hear me easily? Sometimes I don't need a microphone. My children will tell you I don't need a microphone. She did mention I just got back from Sacramento last night, literally almost this morning. And in the last 3 days, my computer crashed on Monday, and I left for Sacramento thinking I'd be in a hotel for 2 nights, and I could refine all this and send it to one of the gals who works with me, and she put together nice packets. And you ever heard of the blue screen of death? Well, I have a computer with a blue screen of death. So what I've done is I've put together some handouts about this process. The more I looked into it, the more I realized how confusing it is to everyone. And so I'm hopeful to answer some of your questions. I'm going to give a quick presentation about some of the issues that Robin asked me to talk about, and then we'll go to question and answer. And also on the back to my left table, there's a sign-up sheet, and I've asked you to provide me with your email addresses. So if there are issues that we didn't get to today, or if I need to give you a further explanation, I can send you an email now that I'm back in the office and our wonderful IT guys have given me a spare computer, so I'll be able to get to my
Can I interrupt just
Yes.
a second? The coffee pot has not decided to work because what about the electrical on this wall? This outlet over here is not. So if it was one of you guys. And there's treats and stuff back here, so please help yourself.
Okay. So what Robin asked me to do is to talk a little bit about how Caltrans in the state of California is changing some of its contracting tasks and how we do contracting. And specifically to talk about small business, disabled veteran business, and disadvantaged business. Caltrans, with legislation, basically has changed in several of the realms that Caltrans and the Department of General Services are adapting to be able to work with contracts like the legislature wants us to. So that's why things are evolving and changing, and so your way of bidding contracts and such is evolving and changing. So I wanted give you some tools, potentially help you understand more than what I can tell you verbally, and give you some websites that potentially would give you more information as well. And I can tell you that I talked to the office engineer in Sacramento yesterday, and they are, even as we speak, evolving some more PowerPoint presentations and some more information that they can download to the web so that you can see it and get more information from how they see how the process will work in the contracting world. So, a couple things. What I'm going to do is kind of walk you through the handouts that I gave you, and then get more into detail of the issues. One of the piece that has SB DDBE option on it, this option is basically for small contracts. We call them at Caltrans minor E's. The public works threshold is anything up to $147,000. That figure's up here on the top right. But if you cross $147,000 out as of January 1st, it will be $250,000. And the Department of General Services has taken it a little bit farther. Caltrans, when we can and when we are able to find small businesses and disabled veteran businesses, we try to contract as much of our small contracts out to them directly through this option. Instead of putting it out to bid, the Department of General Services in this memo is dated June 2nd, 2009, and it's one of your handouts, describes that for them, any contract that is below those thresholds will be going to small business DDBE. So it's more of a mandate than ours is a goal. So if an agency is going through the Department of General Services and they cannot find a disabled veteran business or a small business, you have to get a waiver, which from my understanding, talking to DGS folks, is not going to be easy to get. So it's a real mandate to use these businesses for the small business, or for the smaller contracts, excuse me. The one that says web links, this is a document that I put together that are web links that if you have an email address or if you put your email address, I'm going to email this one even if I don't end up emailing you anything else, because this is so much easier just to click on the link instead of having to retype in all of these long links for different things. And I will go over this in more detail in a minute because on the back of this, the second page, there's I want to talk about Caltrans Office Engineer website, and I have an example of that on there. The last couple talk about disadvantaged business enterprise, race neutral versus race conscious. So we're going to go ahead and start talking about that right off the bat. And this packet also deals directly with that. And I think we ran out of those. But this packet is for businesses who can be a disadvantaged business enterprise. Whether you are certified or not, this is the certification packet. It explains, it has the application in it and it explains the whole process. The disadvantaged business enterprise is a fairly lengthy application process to become certified. If you are federally AA certified, you can go through a shorter version of this because a lot of the same things are, same issues, same certifications are with the two processes. I can say that you really should be certified in as many ways as you can because there are now databases and processes where you're listed on the web where other agencies can find you in order to do business with you. or if you're a prime contractor, to find the DVDs, to find the